Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then hi, welcome. Today I come with you with a whole bag of goodies, so if you like this video please feel free to give it a like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more. But I have this whole bag of goodies from the London Pen Show, which took place today. I'm actually filming this in the evening because I just really want to swatch all of these inks. Like, I just, you know, it just has to be done. So I'm so desperate that I turned my camera on and it wouldn't turn on. So I was like, okay, so the battery needs charging. So I'm filming on my phone, which should be okay. I've done it before. I really personally can't see much of a difference when filming on my phone and my camera, which is saying something. I think the main difference is the audio. The audio on my phone isn't necessarily the best, but the phone is closer to me than my camera would be, so hopefully the mic will pick it up better. But without further ado, I anticipate this video may be quite a long one. I wasn't too sure if I should just show you what I got and then did in a separate video did all of my ink swatches, because there are quite a few. But I thought, you know what, let's just get it all one and done and share everything, because why not? So to start, I have my ink journal, which I don't think I've shown this yet. It's my Sterling Ink undated common planner that arrived a few weeks ago now, and I started properly using it as my ink journal from October. So I've got October here, and I got Ferris Wheel Press Madame Mulberry just before the beginning of October, so I thought I'd just swatch it there because I didn't want to swatch it anywhere else. I just wanted it to all be in one place. And then we got the pen show today, so I can do an ink swatch there, and any additional ones maybe at the bottom. And then this is like my inked pens. The inspiration for this setup for my ink journal, 100% massive shout out to Laurie at Time with Tater. She, like, I only got this because of what she showed in her ink journal. She uses the same system, and I just thought it looked really great how she had done it, and it kind of hit the nail on the head of everything that I wanted to do in my ink journal. So I thought this is a great place for me to start. But before I actually get into swatching the inks, I'll show you the other things that I got. So yeah, I have my ink journal there. I've got water, and I've got my Kakamori brass nib dip pen. This is the Sakura wood handle. It has stained a lot when I've been dipping it. Here you can see. I'll be honest, I don't like wash it off immediately. Like, I just wash it off in the water. Am I supposed to be doing, like, it's a bit late now because it's discolored so much. Has anyone else had this problem? Because please let me know in the comments, because it's, at first I was like, oh, I don't really care, but now it's discolored so much in comparison to like this, well, the rest of the nib holder, right? And I really want to just get like an acrylic or a resin one, but that's what we're going to use to swatch. And then yeah, I'll show you the inks and things obviously. So the first thing actually that I went to straight away is where this bag comes from, which is Toyuka Craft. And here is my box. So lovely. Guys, the guys are so lovely there. Toro, I think, is his name. Toyo Craft. And makes these absolutely amazing pen trays. And I knew that this was something that I wanted to take home. Out of everything, I said to myself, this is what I am gonna make sure that I don't leave without, is one of these trays. And I wasn't too sure which colorway to get, but he'd been releasing pictures, like showcasing pictures online on like his Instagram of different colorways and things that he has going on, and this one was like limited for the London Pen Show. The word is, I think, black hinoki, I want to say, and the felt inside is British green. It is so lovely, and I just think this goes like really nicely in this room. I just love it. I love that I have somewhere to keep the pens that I'm using as I'm, you know, actually using them, because at the moment I have them in my pen pouch, which is here. I keep like my currently inked pens in here, and it's fine, but it just can be a bit fiddly trying to like get things open and pull things out, especially if my nails have grown out and they're a bit longer. I can't really get them out. But when they're in the tray, they can just sit really nicely, and I can look at them and be like, oh, that's so nice. So that's the tray. So then while I have the tray out, I'll show you the pens that I got. So the first one actually is a new pen. However, I had an Esterbrook SD Tortoise, which I've shown on here before. It had the palladium trim, and it had, at first when I got it secondhand, but at first when I got it, it had a medium nib, and I still have that nib. I actually have it in this bag because I took it with me. Had a medium nib, and it just wasn't writing very well, and I really wanted to try a flex nib, so I bought a flex extra fine nib from a retailer. I can't remember which one. I popped it in, and for the life of me could not get it back out again. Have been trying for days. Dylan has tried as well, and I thought I'll take it with me, see if, I know Esterbrook is there, see if people at Esterbrook can figure this out. Maybe I'm doing something wrong or whatever. Maybe I've broken it, God forbid. We get there, and I'm looking at all these beautiful SDs and some new ones that haven't come out yet, which is a very just privileged position to be in, to see them. I also tried a needlepoint, which I really liked, and I'm still quite confident that that's probably a nib that I will want to reach for if I go for another SD. So the guy there was like, he took it, tried to remove it, like the nib unit, and said, yeah, that is stuck. And he said, I would give you, like, I would swap it, but I don't have like any silver trim. I only have gold trim for the tortoise. I was like, oh, okay, that's fine, because when I originally wanted this pen, I wanted it in gold, but because I bought it second hand and it was the only one available, when the opportunity came up and it's a really good price, it was palladium trim, so I just bought that one. So I was like, no, that's fine, I don't mind gold. He gave me a new tortoise with the gold trim, brand new, and put the gold extra fine flex on it, and I have a new fresh converter in there as well. And my palladium one did have ink in it. It was quite full, but it was just an ink that I had mixed. I wasn't that fussed about it. But oh my god, I have a brand new tortoise and he just gave this to me, so I'm so happy with that. I feel a little bit sad that my other one was just kind of sitting at, you know, the side of the table, just kind of a bit neglected, but you know, maybe they will recycle it. I don't know what Estabrook do, but yeah. So that's the story of that one. Technically a new pen, but I didn't buy it, so fabulous. And then the next pen that I got was this lovely Leonardo. I don't know the colourway of this, but it's very similar to the SD in sea glass, and when I was at the Estabrook table, that was one that I was looking at, and I had the thought, like last night and yesterday, like maybe I would get a sea glass, because this is the only kind of colour really that I don't have. Is I don't have many green pens. Actually, I only have one, and it's a Jinhao 82, so it cost me like £2. And I picked it up, like with the gold trim. This is the only one they had, and extra fine. I was like, oh, that's like exactly what I would want most likely, because I have a Leonardo Memento Magico, the Stilo Estil exclusive one, and I got that in a fine, and it writes quite broad, like broader than I'm used to. So I thought I'll get an extra fine, and I dipped it and I tried it, which is why there's ink on my finger and there's a bit of ink still on there, and really liked it. Wrote absolutely perfectly, to be honest, and I think this is so nice. And I didn't buy a new SD, so this kind of makes me feel a bit better, because the prices on the table for the SDs were a bit higher than I have seen online. However, the guy from Estabrook was basically giving almost every little accessory away, like with it, when you bought an SD, like the new like tote bags that look like packages, giving the like set of blotting paper, the nib bookmark, I think a pen sleeve as well, like just a whole bunch of stuff he was giving when someone bought an SD. And I was like, okay, but is that beneficial for me to spend the extra like 40 quid or something he was charging? And to be honest, not really. Like, am I going to use the tote bag? Probably not. I already have an Estabrook pen sleeve. Blotting paper I would like, but that's not going to cost me much. So anyway, this was such a good price. Actually, like, I saw the price on the tag, like, when we were at the stand, and I was sending the money on PayPal, and I was like, oh, is it euros or pounds? And he said euros, so it was actually cheaper than I thought. So really good price on that one, and I really like it, and it's actually my first Memento Zero, so that's nice. They had so many beautiful Memento Zeros. And then the last pen that I got was a special little beauty in here. This was from Sean at London Pen Company, and I already have one of his pens in here, which I bought from a pen friend, and it's a Brooks Blank in a calico koi. So nice. And this, like, you can really see the shimmer and stuff under light with this one, and I'm like so pleasantly surprised with that one that I wanted to get another. I saw this blank, which is one that I've actually seen on some YouTubers pages. I think Karina Loves to Plan has a pen with this blank, which is the Jonathan Brooks Water Lily Koi, and this is the smaller model. So this one on the left is the Christopher 13. This one I'm not sure. I don't know if it's maybe like, see, this is like 14.5 centimeters, and this Water Lily Koi is 13 centimeters. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure the actual name of this one, but I got for this one, I mean, the blank is just beautiful, and it's got those like iridescent shimmers in it. The nib I chose for this one, I actually upgraded it to an Imperial Fine, or Imperial Extra Fine maybe, which is ground by Kirkspear, and I'm really like excited and happy to try this out, because I had bought this in an Extra Fine earlier in the day. I already have a fine. These are Bock nibs, by the way. Already, this is this other London Pen Company one. This is a fine, and I have a lot of fines, and I was just a bit like, oh, do I get another fine, another extra fine, maybe a medium even? Like, I just couldn't really decide. And then I thought, you know what, he has these custom grinds by Kirkspear, so why don't I give them a try? And Sean was generous enough to put the nib in for me and allow me to dip test it, and it actually writes really, really nicely. It's got like a little bit of a stub effect to it. But those are my 3 new pens. I mean, they're all brand new. I mean, and I didn't pay for this one, I got it swapped out, but so thankful. That was so generous of the guys at Estabrook to do that for me, especially because I bought it second hand. I mean, I didn't mention that, I just kind of said, oh, the guy, I'm sorry, I don't know his name, just said, has anyone got any questions? And I said, I actually have a question about one of my own pens. I have the Tortoise, I've put a nib unit in it and I cannot get it out. He actually said it was something with Yovo nibs in particular, that they had slightly changed the sizing, especially of the Palladium ones, and they were getting stuck. So it sounded like it was a known issue with the older ones, and it was older. I bought it over a year ago, and I bought it second hand, so it must have been at least probably 2 years old, if not older. So yeah, clearly is something, you know, going on. But yeah, these are my 3 new pens, and Sean gives these little pen pouches, which are so nice, and I feel like these go with a lot of my pens too. And let me just move this to the side. What else did we get? Oh, with my Leonardo, I bought it from Gravitas. So I also got this pen case, which has a keychain on it. Not that I'd want to put this on my keys, but you know. Oh, did I put my nib in there? Like, what is in there? Oh no, it's just the end of the zip. Okay. So I got that as a little freebie. I also he also gave me a tote bag to put my things in. It is a bit of a smaller one, but you know, didn't end up needing to use it during the day. But there we go. I always end up with so many tote bags at the end of the day. And then I have some Pick and Mix ink samples, 2 bottles of ink here. Just want to make sure that you guys can see. I got some extra samples, which I'll go through in a minute, and then this nib unit I bought from a person on our pen Facebook group, because I had broken my feed for my Mahjong A1, so yeah, I just bought this from her and that was super easy, so I'll pop that to the side because that's nothing special. And then the first time they have done this is they introduced a karma table at the show. So they had a couple of tables right by the entrance set up where people would donate things that maybe they no longer use or don't have a use for, and you could also take what you want, and they were really encouraging people to take things. There were quite a few samples dotted about, some pens even, some converters and cartridges, and I donated some cartridges and also an ink sample. If I had empty vials, I would have done some and donated those as well, but I just did not have them. So I just had the one sample that like I don't really like. It was actually it's not a sample that I bought actually, it was a sample that was like a freebie that I got when I purchased a pen off someone. But these were the 3 inks that I got from the karma table. So yeah, that would have been probably the second thing that I picked up. We move these beautiful pens and tray out the way as well, and then we'll go through all of these inks. So these first 3, oh, and I didn't mention this before, but if you can hear background noise, that is the borders, bunny borders that we currently have with us. So they are chewing things. So these are the 3 inks that I got from the karma table. So this one is Dominant Industries Maple. We have Vinter Perya, which is a nice tealy colour blue, and Diamine Inkvent Blue Edition Triple Chocolate, and I have seen samples of this and I've heard of this one. The other 2, I think I might have heard of the Dominant Industries one, but yeah. So let's just get going. I mean, let me just write my little title of this. I did see let me just do the swatch here quickly. I did see one ink vial holder, like stand for multiple vials, but it was like flat, like, you know, like flat packed, and I couldn't see it actually built up. It was still in the packet. Diamine Triple Chocolate. And we have Dominant Industries Maple. And these are like full sample vials as well. Ooh. See, I have quite a few browns, so when I swatched this one, I was just like, yeah, another brown. I mean, you can see it has nice shading to it. but it wasn't necessarily like, oh, this is different, because I'll be honest, for me it's not, it's just another brown. But Dominant Industry Maple. This is Vinter Perya. Okay, and then this was my pick and mix samples. So I did a pre-order for these. So this is Wearing All 12th Night, and I just got like small samples of most of them. 12th Night, as I understand, is Atlas Stationer's exclusive. Looking good so far. Yeah, I can see shimmer in there. I think we're fine. And let's do some line widths. Yeah, it's got like an iridescent shimmer. I think I've got a little bit of blue from that last one still on that nib. Wrangle. Look. Night. And the next one, Wrangle Atlas. Okay, another Atlas. Ooh, another Atlas Stationer's exclusive. So this looks like another gorgeous blue with shimmer. Oh, I think someone's got the zoomies. I just think Baringal inks like look so lovely, and then when it comes down to it, like I don't actually have any bottles of them. Like apart from these two, I only have one other sample, which was from the last time. I got it from the Pick and Mix gals, and I got it from the Pick and Mix gals, and it's Enki. Really, really nice. It's not too dissimilar really from Peru by Vinter. It's a little bit more blue, but it has that pink and lilac-y chroma shading going on. So next one, Vinter Burnt Sugar. We'll have to see. Nice dark brown. It is burnt with a T. That Atlas has come up so nicely again with the Duro chroma shading, And the shimmer, I mean, I think that's something that Wearingeul and Vinter do really nicely. Okay, so this next up is Birmingham Pen Company. This is Puce Lagoon. Last time in March, I managed to pick up one Birmingham Pen Company sample, and it was Starfruit, and I really like that one. I only have a tiny bit left. And then I managed to get like about 5 or 6 samples from Reddit. So it turns out it's actually someone that I follow. Next up we have Wearingeul Daddy Longlegs. So I'm gonna roll this around a little bit. Shake that shimmer. And this is probably one of the first Wearingeul inks that I saw, actually. I was like, well, just one of the first ones I saw in general. And was like, that's right up my alley. This is a bit more of a red tone pink than 12th Night. And obviously the 12th Night has that bluish pearl shimmer. Oh, I've spelled it wrong, never mind. We're running out of ink on this nib. There. So this next one is Birmingham Pen Company again, Distressed Leather. And this one I have seen doing the rounds, especially at this time of the year, because it is such a really nice like multi-tonal shade of brown, and if you can see, it goes on quite green actually. There. Right, our next one is Pilot Yamaguri. So I don't have any of the Pilot Iroshizuku inks. I have not been able to try any either. But to be honest, the only ones that kind of look appealing maybe to me, just going off of, you know, pictures and things online, are the browns. So that's what I picked up. And we'll see how these go, because so many people love Pilot Iroshizuku inks, and some people like exclusively only use them. So let's see what the fuss is about. Is it Iroshizuku or Ziku? I don't know, it's not written on the bottle, so I'm just going for what I think, but you guys surely get the idea. So we have another Birmingham Pen Company. This is Fern Glisten, and this just looked like It looks like freaking liquid, like mercury or something like that. Look how it like just rolls around in there. Like it doesn't separate. It's just, and it doesn't stick to the bottle. I'm a bit flabbergasted. A little bit. Oh dear. What does this mean? Okay. What's going on with you three? It is like just straight up shimmer. Am I supposed to like use this in a certain way? Fern glisten. Like, can I use this in fountain pens? Because if it's clogging in the bottle, the vial, if you can see there, is that safe to put in a fountain pen? I'm a bit scared. I mean, it's gorgeous. It is absolutely stunning. But that scares me. I appreciate you if you have stuck with me so far. This next one is Robert Oster Hickory Aflame. Oh. This. It's a bit unhinged, that one, but oh my gosh. I love that. I really love that one. It's just like the perfect, like deep reddish brown for me, but with shimmer. So just spot on. So I had three. Yes, 3 samples left. And then I've got 2 bottles. So Birmingham Pen Company Tesla Coil. Let's do this. I mean, this one is a bit rogue for me because I'm not like a royal blue person, but this one had like a bit of something, you know. So this next one is Pilot Hiroshizuku Tsukushi, which I believe is discontinued. I may be wrong. Oh my gosh, you couldn't even see that one. Ugh. Typical, isn't it? Right, that's better. My handwriting now is going to be crap because I write at an angle. But you know. So this last sample is Wearingeul Persephone. Oh, that's so nice. It's like a perfect purple, pinky purple, and it's got pink shimmer in it. Come on, okay. I told you it would get worse. Wrinkle. So pretty. The next two inks are both bottles of inks. They're actually both Diamine. One is a Cult Pens exclusive, like for Halloween, and the other one I made myself. So yeah, that was a cool and fun experience. So this ink I saw on the Cult Pens Panorama newsletter and thought that looks so fun. It's purple ink with purple shimmer, like purpley pink shimmer, and I don't know if you can hear maybe something floating around in there, but this is Deadly Nightshade, you know, like the semi-poisonous blood. But I wonder if we'll be able to see this. Ooh, and you'll be able to see it on camera. Oh, it's right there. It's got a little skull. So the skulls that are like on the thing are, there's like a few little skulls in the bottle, and I was like, oh gosh, that's just really cool, isn't it? So yeah, look at him, just floating around in there. But let me swatch this. It actually looks like a really nice purple as well. Ooh. Diamine. Diddly. Ooh. Night. Let's have a look at the little skull again. There he is. So I'm pretty sure there's a couple in here. So this bottle is £12, and it is a 50ml bottle, maybe. Doesn't say. I think this is a 50. And then they gave us these little cards. So we had some paper here and this like little form, and we were mixing different quantities of inks, and I kind of knew that I wanted this kind of brownish purple colour. There was some swatch cards on the table that were absolutely gorgeous. There was one that was very similar to Persephone, which is how it came up in conversation, but this has pink shimmer. And then there was one that was like Masquerade from the Ink Fan calendar, but it was a darker, more reddish brown than a dark pink, and I really liked it, and I almost was like, oh, I kind of want to get a match to that. But as I was mixing, I was like, you know what, I really like these darker purples, so I stuck with those, and this is the one that I ended up with, and I added shimmer to it, so they had gold shimmer that I could add. And then you put your quantities for your ink on one of these forms. You do your little ink swatch there, and the ink producer specialist from Diamine who was there, Diamine, I always say, like, I interchange between Diamine and Diamine. I should have just asked her, but I also feel a bit embarrassed to be like, is it Diamine or Diamine? But anyway, her name was Courtney, and she mixed them right there for us, poured them into these bottles, which are the 80ml bottles. So we got a lot of ink, and it was just a really fun experience. And they first did it, I think, at the what's it called, I want to say, at Stationery Fest, which was up in Manchester, which we were thinking of going and then didn't because we didn't have the money, and then turns out like actually the tickets were cheaper. But anyway, it is what it is. It's absolutely fine. I never stuck my stickers on here, and I wanted to give this a bit of a Taylor Swift inspired name, because when I first saw the Facebook post with the information, they had a picture of someone's ink bottle and they had named it Your Roommate's Cheap Ass Rosé from Maroon. And I just thought that was so funny and clever, and I wanted to do the same. But with this kind of colour, like, I wasn't too sure, and I wanted to do something that wasn't just like, I didn't want to call it So Scarlet. It was maroon, or, you know, the burgundy, what is it, of the wine you splash into me, you know. And I thought, like, before I went in, I was thinking like, oh, the twin flame bruise paint you blue, that's like one of my favorites in my head, favorite lyric. And then I made this ink and I thought, you know what, that lyric actually kind of makes sense, because twin flame is like a bit like love, right? Which is maybe pink or reddish, and a flame might sparks, shimmer. And bruise, because this is bruise colour, this is punched in the eye, bruise with shimmer. So this is my ink that I made up, and I'm gonna swatch it here for you right here. I should have known it's swatched differently onto more of the paper, but I really like how it's swatching here. And I'm gonna write Diamine X me exclamation mark twin flame bruise. Oh, it sounds artsy too, I think. Oh my gosh. How do you guys like my ink colour? We'll have a look at all of these up close, because who knows if I was in frame for half of them. First of all, we have Triple Chocolate over here, Diamine, Dominant Industry Maple, Vinter Perya, I think, and these three from the Karma Table. 3 really lovely inks from the Karma Table. Thank you very much to whoever donated each of these. This is lovely. This is like Enki from Wearingle, and also Sailor Man Yo Ha Ha, but a little bit lighter. especially in the writing samples. Wearingeul 12th Night, again another really lovely ink, and when the ring light shines on it you can see the bluish shimmer in there. We have Wearingeul Atlas, really nice, again, like just so full of different tones, these inks, really really lovely. And it has a bluish shimmer as well. And then over here we have Winter Burnt Sugar, really nice, again, dark brown, golden shimmer, absolutely beautiful. It's like burnt caramel. Then we have Birmingham Pen Company Puce Lagoon, really nice like blurple colour. I don't know if that's picking up on the camera, it kind of looks green, but let me just, I mean this is daylight, maybe not too well, but it's coming up as like a really greyish blue with these like lilac-y purple tones. And then Wearingeul Daddy Longlegs, very similar I think to Winter the Maiden, but maybe not as, the shimmer isn't as intense, but I think the tone is similar, like the pink. Birmingham Pen Company Distressed Leather, this has dried down very brown now. It first went down quite green but did dry quite brown with the different shades. Again, Pilot Yamaguri has a really nice greeny sheen. This is a sheen that I can really get along with because I'm not really a sheening gal, but this is very minimal. This is not going to shine bright in my eyes. I can only really see it like when I move the paper. And then this one down here, Birmingham Pen Company Fern Glisten. Please tell me if you have this or you've tried it before. It's a really lovely like light sagey green, but it's just dense with shimmer that it basically, oh my gosh, I just touched it accidentally and that happened. So like, what is the deal with this? If you know, please let me know in the comments. And then we move over to Robert Oster Hickory Aflame. Couldn't remember that. This is gorgeous. I really really like this. This is perfect for this time of the year. Just the dark reddish brown with that lovely yellow gold shimmer. And then up here we have Birmingham Pen Company Tesla Coil. This under the light has like really intense sheen, and I don't know what it is about this one, but this just kind of like almost looks like I'm writing with a metallic pen or pencil rather than sheen, because this sheens the whole way across. And then Pilot Tsukushi, if you can get hands on this while you can, I'd recommend it. It is a really nice brown, like medium brown with green sheen. We've got Wearingeul Persephone, a really lovely like just standard purple with pink shimmer, really really lovely. And then Diamine Deadly Nightshade. This caught me by surprise because it just went down very purple, but now it has clearly some black shading and green sheen, which I kind of was expecting the green sheen because otherwise it would just be a purple ink. But there is supposed to be shimmer in here. I clearly didn't get much in there. And then this was my ink that I made myself, which is really lovely in my opinion. More brownish purple with gold shimmer, and I call it Twin Flame Breeze. But I'll try and see if I can take some better pictures of all of these inks and show you. But yeah, those are my ink swatches from the pen show. and also my haul at the beginning. So I hope the video wasn't too long, but if you stuck through with me throughout this entire thing, thank you so much. If you attended the pen show, I hope you had the best day. It really was so much fun and just great to see people, you know, especially people that you've only commented on their posts and whatnot. It's just a really nice community to be a part of. So thank you so much, and thanks again for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your week or day wherever you are, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks again. Bye bye.